Welcome to digital class. Class 8th class English medium, subject social, lesson number 4, the polar regions, part 3, food and shelter. In the previous class we learned about the polar region, seasons in contrast, summer season, what is the polar region, and vegetation, and people in the polar regions. Now we have to learn about the food habits and shelter and clothing and crafts. These are the main points of polar region. Meat, fat and fish make up a large part of the Eskimo diet. For the Eskimos diet, meat, fat and fish are the main diet. Vegetables are scarce. No vegetables are eaten by them because there is no vegetation and there is no crops and there is nothing there. Food is not wasted, but as a Eskimo depend on hunting and fishing, hunger and even starvation are common when fish and meat are not plentiful. ప్లెంటిఫుల్ అంటే వాళ్ళకి పాపం ఆకలి తప్పులు అన్నవి బాగా తెలుసట. అస్తమానం అంటే ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ దే నాట్ గెటింగ్ ద ఫుడ్ ఆఫ్ ఫిషింగ్ ఆర్ మీట్. దట్స్ వై దే నో ద స్టార్వేషన్ అండ్ దే నో ద hunger. Okay, meat and fish caught in summer are stored in shallow pits. They are storing the meat and fish in the shallow pits. These pits are dug down to permafrost and covered with piles of stones to keep out hungry animals. Beware of the hungry animals. They are keeping the meat and fish, fish and raw meat are kept inside the pits. Wood to make fire for roasting or baking is scarce in most of the Eskimos area. In the Eskimos areas, roasting and baking are essential. Meat and fish are often eaten raw. Sometimes they are eating raw materials of fish and meat. Raw meat and fish are frozen and cut into thin strips. అంటే చిన్న చిన్న ముక్కలుగా కట్ చేసి వాటిని ఫ్రీజ్లో పెట్టుకొని దాచుకుంటున్నాను. విచ్ ఆర్ డిప్డ్ ఇన్ వేల్స్ ఆర్ సీల్ ఆయిల్ లోపల లేకపోతే వేల్ ఆయిల్ లోపల వీటిని ప్రిజర్వ్ చేసుకుంటాను అన్నమాట. సమ్ మీట్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ మీట్ ఫ్రమ్ లార్జ్ సీ మమ్మల్స్ ఈజ్ ఈటెన్ ఇన్ ఏ partially decayed state. If food is cooked, it is almost always boiled using the heat and the lamps. They are using the lamps and of the heat and they are cooking the food like this. Here you see. And then shelter. We have to know about the shelter of polar regions. The Eskimos word igloo means shelter. Igloo means, the word meaning of igloo is shelter. It can refer to any kind of house, not really the dome-shaped snow house that may people associate with the word. Everybody knows igloo means the iceberg's house. Igloos means the Eskimos house, but it's not the proper meaning, but it is the meaning of the shelter. Igloo means the shelter. In summer, most Eskimos live in tents made of animals' skins. In western Alaska, a very large winter tents are made by placing heavy skins over wood frames. They are making their homes with the help with the whales, heels, skins. The dome is raised over the depression in the ground and is covered with frozen rock. In Greenland, houses are built of stone slabs. Snow houses are used usually only in the eastern and central regions. Snow houses are built in the central regions and eastern regions. In the rear half of the house and on both sides of the door, there are snow benches about 1 meter high. The rear benches is covered with animal skins and is used for sleeping. They are using the animal skins for the sleeping. The side benches support racks for drying clothes, food supplies and seal oil lamps and that provide light and heat. They are using the lamps of the seal and whale oils to warm themselves and the house warming and then cloth drying. This is all the main shelter appliances. Some snow houses are lined with the seal skin that are sewed together and suspended from the top of the dome. They are using the skins of whales and seals to become warm. There they are using clothing and craft. Eskimos wear boots called mukluks, trousers and hooded jackets called parkas, all made of animals. These are the clothes made of the animal skins. There are differences in details of clothing for men and women. The man's parkas has long flaps and in front of the behind. In winter, the Eskimos wear 2 layers of clothes. We are also wearing 2 types of clothes in winter because we get cold. That time also they are using 2 layers of clothes. Caribou fawn skin is preferred to in winter because it is soft and warm. They are using soft and smooth warm skin like caribou fawn's skin. Okay. Perfect seal skin in late spring and summer. It has the advantages of being waterproof, but it has the disadvantages of being very stiff. Clothing is often embroidered and has decorative figures. They are decorating their dresses like anything. Cut out of different colored animal skins are pieced together and form patterns on parkas. They are using the different kinds of patterns of parkas. The skins, the Eskimos decorate tools and objects everyday use. They are using everyday objects. They are decorating their objects. Such decoration makes people profession very personally. They are using interest in decorating their livelihood and clothing with great enthusiasm. In the Pacific and far western areas, masks are covered of wood, painted and decorated with feathers and animal skins. They are decorated covered masks with wood, painted there and decorated with feathers and animal skin. These are the main occupations of food, shelter, clothing they are using in the polar regions. Okay, children? Assignment is one. What food is preferred for Eskimos? Second one, clothes they are you wear it or with what type of skin they use. Okay, ma'am? These two questions you have to write and send to me.